The scariest part about playing jazz isn't the notes. It's stepping on stage and feeling like you might fall apart. At jam sessions especially, the fear can be overwhelming. But confidence isn't a mystery. In this video, you'll learn 5 simple habits that will help you stay grounded, trust yourself, and actually enjoy performing. Josiah Bernation from Learn Jazz Standards here. In this video, we'll explore 5 confidence-building habits and mindsets, like being prepared and reframing mistakes, that will help you instantly gain confidence on the bandstand. Okay, habit number 1 is to be as prepared as possible. Whatever your ability level, practice to be prepared for your performance to the best of your ability. If you step on stage knowing that you've done your personal best to be ready, you'll feel more confident and at peace with yourself. Preparation is key. It doesn't mean that you have to become the greatest musician ever before you step on stage. It just means that you have to know that you've done the best that you can and that you feel confident that there's nothing else you could have done to prepare, so you're putting your best foot forward. Just knowing that and having that as a default habit will increase your confidence on stage. Okay, number 2 is to stay in the moment on stage. Nervousness comes when we get distracted from the music. If you're 100% focused on the music, there's no mental space to feel nervous. We get nervous when we stop thinking about the music, we stop listening to what's happening around us, and instead we start judging ourselves and worrying about other people who might be judging us. So, to solve this, you can practice gently bringing your attention back to the musical sounds you're hearing and making in the moment, and watch your stage fright melt away. It's so important to train ourselves to stay in the moment. One thing that might help would be to close your eyes on the bandstand. Some people don't like doing this, some people do. It's a personal choice, but you might want to try it, because when we close our eyes, we can tune out other visual distractions and help us focus on the music. Okay, skill or habit number 3 is to reframe your mistakes. Because jazz music is improvised, a mistake is a completely relative concept. No one knows what you meant to play before you started improvising except you. So what this means is that you can treat a mistake, meaning a musical phrase that you didn't intend to play, as an opportunity to do something creative and outside of the box that you wouldn't normally do. So for example, you could turn a wrong note into a chromatic approach note. So let's say I wanted to play this, and instead I accidentally played, well, that's not the note I intended to play, but I could turn it into, right? And so I just threw some chromaticism in there to get myself out of that jam, or right? So you play a wrong note, and then you can go up or down a half step, or down, and find a note that is a right note. And suddenly you might actually stumble upon a very hip melodic idea that you wouldn't have thought of. So reframe your mistakes in the moment. A mistake is simply an opportunity for you to play something hip and cool and creative and outside the box that you weren't planning to play. And that's how improvisation works, and that's how sometimes we stumble upon and discover hip, cool, new ideas and approaches to improvising. Okay, skill number 4 is to keep your cool on the bandstand and use body language to boost your confidence. So, our body language influences our mood and our performance. Don't react with frustration when you make a mistake. So let's say I play something I didn't mean to play, and I do that. You can see by me, I call that a head slam. When I slam my head like that, I'm signaling to the audience that I made a mistake. So you want to train yourself to not react negatively with body language that signals frustration on the bandstand. Don't pull a face or do a head slam. Don't go whoops, or don't roll your eyes or shrug. Avoid that type of body language that signals to the audience that I don't like what I just played. I made a mistake. The cool thing is that also influences your own body language. So if you can keep your cool and play through your mistakes without telegraphing to the audience with your body language that you made a mistake, it also helps you to be more open and accepting about that mistake, and to help you to be prepared to reframe that mistake as, oh, I actually meant to do that. That was a cool hip thing I was experimenting with. Okay? Also, be sure to stand with good posture, because when we're scared or nervous, we tend as humans very often to physically kind of collapse upon ourselves. This makes us, first of all, not play our best because we're physically tense and we're collapsing on ourselves. It's harder to produce a good sound if you're a horn player or a singer. And we're also, again, signaling to the audience and to ourselves with our body language that we're scared and we're nervous. You'll feel a lot better and you'll look a lot more confident and you'll play a lot more confidently if you simply stand with good posture when you're on stage and face the audience. Sometimes when we're nervous or scared, we kind of want to face away from the audience and try and almost hide from the audience. That's a bad move for your confidence. Face the audience. If you like to play with your eyes open, great. If you like to play with your eyes closed, that's great too. Either way, face the audience, play with the best posture you have, do these body language hacks to help you feel more confident, right? Closing your eyes again is a personal choice, but that might help you tune out distractions. But either way, project confidence with your body language and you will feel more confidence on stage. Okay, number 5 is to engage in positive self-talk. This is a big one. Very often we are our own worst critics as musicians, and we are constantly engaging in negative self-talk. We are constantly having a conversation with ourselves in our head. We're telling ourselves stories about who we are, our ability levels, and what we can and can't do. We're also constantly telling ourselves stories about previous performance experiences that we've had. When we tell these stories, we have a choice before, during, and after the performance to tell ourselves a more positive story, to reframe our stories, to change our narratives. So be kind to yourself. Focus on your strengths. Remind yourself of the things that you know you're good at and that you know you're confident about. Remind yourself that no one's perfect and that making mistakes are totally acceptable, especially when we're improvising. Also, remind yourself that the audience is on your side. Nobody shows up to a concert hoping to hear a bad performance. When people go to hear live music at a concert or a jam session or a rehearsal, they want you to sound good. Everybody's rooting for you. Everybody is cheering for you. People want you to succeed. And if there is somebody out there who is judging you, well, you know what? That's their problem. That's their own insecurity that is making them feel that they need to judge you and tear you down inside their own head. And you can ignore that because it's really all about you and not overjudging yourself. Like I said, no one's judging you higher than yourself is most likely the case. So who cares if there's a judgmental person in the audience? It's their problem. Build yourself up. Reframe mistakes as learning opportunities, and remember that we're playing improvised music as jazz musicians. Part of the thrill of improvisation is the risk. It's okay to make a mistake because by design, when we're improvising, we're trying to play things that we haven't played before. We're trying to come up with something on the spot. And so, of course, because you're improvising, there's going to be times where you play something that you really liked, and there's going to be times where you play something that you didn't like so much. That's just the nature of improvisation. That's why we like it. That's why it's exciting, because we don't know what's going to happen next. So, build yourself up. Be positive. Engage in positive self-talk. Remember the audience is on your side, and you will feel a lot better on stage. Okay, so there are 5 powerful habits to help you become more confident on stage. If you need more help with topics like this and your goal is to get better at playing jazz, check out our Learn Jazz Standards Inner Circle. We learn a new jazz standard every month there, and you get access to all of our jazz courses on anything you need to know, as well as our community of like-minded musicians, so you're not going it alone. Click the link in the description below to learn more. And if you found this video helpful, I have another video linked on screen that you'll definitely want to check out. As always, thanks for watching, and if you liked this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.